Macsteel is the largest retailer of steel products in the country. We are also the largest manufacturer and processing of steel products. As a country, as an economy, and specifically in the steel sector, there's been massive change since 10, 20 years ago. And we have to reinvent this business to make sure that it caters for the customer of the future. And being the market leader in the steel industry in the country, we need to adapt and make sure that we stay relevant as a business going forward. With our supplier development program, to be a supplier to Macsteel for someone to really grow, we've actually looked at it very differently because of the type of industry we're in and the type of product that we supply. It comes from specific mills. So it's difficult for us to create a new supplier for ourselves. So we've gone the other way around and we looked at it from a customer's perspective. There's many smaller customers that find it difficult to be able to be a customer of Macsteel without paying cash. And being a small business, it does affect the way that they are able to manage their cash flows. So our program, which is the USIZO program, is very much built about what is the next customer of Macsteel going to look like. The normal customer of Macsteel is usually a large corporate. But if you look at the way the economy is going, those large corporates are getting much smaller and smaller, and it's the entrepreneurial smaller businesses that need assistance. So that's where we focus on. We're focusing on a new type of customer that we're going to build, where we're going to give them access to the Macsteel balance sheet. We're going to give them credit, and we're also going to give them expertise to allow them to be able to supply a customer which they normally wouldn't have been able to.
My name is Miriam Water, and I am the MD of Dealer Engineering Services. My relationship at Macsteel has been a very good one, in the sense that I feel like, they are holding your hand, especially as a startup. If you are still trying to build up, you need that person that will believe in you and hold your hand. So I was involved in the USIZO program, and I've been a beneficiary for just about 2 years now. And basically the program has really been a blessing, in the sense that, if as a startup and you have an order, for instance, and you want raw material to produce, you will battle. First of all, the bank doesn't even know you. You don't have a track record. So Macsteel USIZO program gives you that opportunity to say, get the raw material, produce, and come and pay us after 30 days. Which is really what helped. Without, that track record that normal creditors will need from you. So it's up to you to make sure that you maintain the relationship by honoring the terms of the credit.
I think the program has been very successful in that we've given the customers access to resources that they didn't have before, which then gives them confidence to go ahead and tender for work and bid for work and actually perform the work that traditionally they would not have been able to do. And I think that's been the biggest success for us, because it definitely shows that we're able as an organization to develop these particular customers and help them within the greater spirit of what supplier development is meant to be, from a government perspective, from an entrepreneurial perspective. We're giving that support, mentorship, and help.
Once you are enrolled in the program, I think my advice would be grab the opportunity, because I see it as a push for growth, especially if you're interested in growth like me. Especially, I think, for the biggest things that I've actually benefited in terms of this revolving credit that we have. Thank you so much, because I have started projects using that facility. Secondly, the training is very expensive. I mean, if you just look at health and safety training, for instance, It's very expensive. Where do we get the money as SMMEs? And yet we need to make sure that our people are safe, you know. So I think a big thank you to Macsteel for holding our hand and for believing in us and, you know, supporting our growth.